Alright guys, so with the PvP tier list for the new update, including both Fettuccine as well as Black Raisin Cookies Magic Candy updated, it's about time for me to update the PvE tier list. So let's get into it guys. Just keep in mind that this is going to be based on my experience as well as my opinion. And in this video, I want to do it a little bit differently and really go in depth in kind of explaining what the first to invest and the S Plus should invest when pool cookies are going to be, and why I have placed them here, because I do get a question a lot during the PvE tier list, when I generally post them. So the only thing I want to really update, everything else is the same: situational, S, A, B, not useful. Everything is the same except for now Black Raisin is going to come up to the S tier. I honestly want to put Black Raisin in the S Plus tier. However, the S Plus tier are like really exceptionally good cookies. And if anything, sooner or later, I most likely will actually put Black Raisin in the first to invest. The only thing is that Black Raisin without Magic Candy is really, really bad. Like, the difference between having a Black Raisin without a Magic Candy and with the Magic Candy is absolutely night and day. So that's the reason why I just want to first put her in S tier, but just keep in mind she's absolutely amazing for episode 17 and 18, whether it be a boss stages or not, especially for, I would say, most of the story mode if you guys are stuck and you guys need some good damage dealer. All right, so Black Raisin is absolutely amazing, but for now, for this particular update, I will put her in S tier, but most likely in the future I will probably put her in the first to invest as some of the guild boss battle teams do start shifting and things like that. But let me go into explaining the first to invest. But before I actually go and explain it within the game, I want to go and show you guys actually who they are. And that is going to be first Hollerberry as well as Pure Vanilla. We have Black Pearl, Moonlight. We have Tartatan here. We got Wildberry. We still got Space Donut. We got our Squid Ink, and then we got Prune Juice, Captain Caviar, Cotton, as well as Rockstar. So as you guys can see, nothing really has changed. I mean, these cookies are only going to really change if there's another cookie that's added to the mileage shop or a specific event comes out. And these, cookies are going to be ancient. Half of them are going to be ancient. Half of them are going to be, or like, some of them are going to be legendaries. And then most of them are going to be epics because they're going to be available inside of the mileage shop. So let me go into the game and kind of explain to you guys why I placed these guys in this particular tier. And also just to let you guys know, they're not better than the S Plus or should invest. But the only major difference is that these guys are available anytime pretty much for free without you having to rely on luck. While these guys right over here are gonna, you're gonna have to actually pull and get lucky in pulling them. Alright guys, so if you guys look at the tier list right now, the first to invest are going to be Hollerberry as well as Pure Vanilla. These two cookies are super amazing within especially the early game as well as later on for a lot of different stages, including the arena as well. Pure Vanilla is being used inside of the arena. Hollerberry is also being used as a secondary main tank and things like that. So both of them are really good. Sadly, Golden Cheese is not available inside of the Might of the Ancient event, and although Dark Cacao is available, he's just not that good unless he gets like a insane buff or anything like that. So really going to depend on whether you guys want a good tank or a good healer. Nowadays, it really doesn't matter in my opinion, but I just like to say, for new players, go with Pure Vanilla just because of the injury alleviation that he has, a good amount of heal, and you can just focus on, pulling for someone like, Burnt Cheese, Fettuccine, someone like Wildberry. There's a lot of good tanks. While, yes, there are good healers, but not something as strong as Pure Vanilla as you guys start off the game, all right? So, Might of the Ancient, that's the reason why Hollerberry and Pure Vanilla in the first to invest. And then we have Moonlight as well as Black Pearl in the tier as well. And the reason why is because of the fact that we have the, free legendary after 300 pulls, which, for most of the newer accounts, it'll be very easy to get as you guys just continue to play on the game. Nowadays, Black Pearl, investing in Black Pearl and going for Black Pearl is probably the better idea just because she is just widely used and she's just honestly a core member of the arena. But Moonlight in general for PvE though, I would say is still just a little bit of a better option. Yes, Black Pearl is able to do damage, is able to have that rally buff and just just extra damage in general, but Moonlight has that weakness debuff, which I honestly think is still one of the better debuffs out there, and also is able to sleep the enemies. The range is absolutely massive, so it's just really gonna depend on what you guys want to choose and what you guys want to focus on, I guess. But if we want to go, because this is a PvE tier list, then Moonlight would still personally be the better option in my opinion. All right, the rest of them are going to be within the mileage shop. So as of right now, the latest one has been added is still going to be Rockstar and Black Lemonade. But you guys can see that Rockstar is here, Tartatan is here. Tartatan, if you still don't have Tartatan, please invest in Tartatan. Absolutely one of the best DPS inside of the PvE section of the game, of course excluding the guild boss battle, but world exploration, within the Soda Islands, Tower of Sea Chaos, if you can, even something like Cookie Alliance, especially Tartatan is absolutely amazing. Carry me from most of the episodes 17 and 18 as well. And then we have Space Donut, still a great tank, especially with the ability to turn enemies into donut. We got Prune Juice, who's honestly really good too for world exploration, and honestly is the main damage dealer for the world for the guild boss battle as well for the dragon. So investing in Prune Juice is not a bad idea. And then we have Captain Caviar, absolutely honestly a good burst damage dealer as well. Kind of slowly falling off because of the amount of kind of DPSs that we have, but Captain Caviar is still good and is using the guild boss battle. We have Wildberry, still a very solid tank. Even with or without a magic candy, he can be used for the early games and even to the late game, honestly. And then we have Content, who's still a really good support. Kind of falling off here and there too, but still, if you have invested in Content or you guys want a honestly easier run in the beginning, Content is going to be a great option. Able to tank, able to stun, able to heal, able to do damage. She's just good at everything. And then we have Squid Ink, still a really good damage dealer and going to be honestly just a solid pure damage dealer. We don't have a lot of that anymore. We have a lot of different things, but Squid Ink is just a pure damage dealer who's going to be really good and is still used in the guild boss battle as well. And I think that is going to be it from the first to invest, at least from this particular section. But again, Black Raisin might be included in there. But as of right now, that's the reason why I have placed them in the first to invest, because again, they're easier to get. You can get them right away. You have it at hand. You don't need to get lucky. However, if you guys go back to the tier list now we're going to be in the S plus and should invest once pulled. These cookies, again, are not in the mileage shop, don't have the ability to get them from an event or anything like that, and that is going to include someone like Crimson Coral. Now we have burnt cheese, we have pitaya, as well as fettuccine now, so that's a little bit of a difference right there. We have golden cheese, we got Stardust, we got Sea Fairy, Sherbet, Snapdragon, as well as Cream Puff. So all of these cookies are going to be from the gacha. Two special ones right here, the Guild gacha, as well as the Snapdragon egg hatching. And the rest of them are going to be obtainable through the normal gacha. All right. So again, these guys are absolutely amazing. Maybe the only one kind of iffy right now is Pitaya. I mean, Pitaya still can be used. I know a lot of people are still using Pitaya, but in my opinion, as a tank DPS, like, it's a little iffy. He can be quite squishy as well, so just keep that in mind. But burnt cheese and fettuccine, absolutely amazing, especially even for episode 17 and 18, absolutely just made for that. A fettuccine, just self-sustained, taunting, attack speed slow, attack down is just absolutely broken. And I would recommend you to pull on fettuccine, and also pull for burnt cheese if you want to have that debuff immunity and the damage focus as well. And then the rest of them, Sea Fairy, Stardust, Golden Cheese, Crimson Coral, Sherbet has always been up here since they're pretty much released. Sea Fairy since the release of the Crystal Jam. But that is pretty much it. So if you guys look at the game now again. So again, guys, these cookies that I've placed in the, S plus and should invest is, they're not going to be in the actual mileage points, but you're gonna have to get lucky. So like golden cheese in the regular banner is 0.0355% chance. Crimson Coral is 0.019% chance. So while you're waiting for them is basically what you want to try and go and invest in the first to invest mileage / event cookies, because they're available to you and you have them at hand and they're going to be worthwhile. So that's the reason why I placed them, and that's the reason why I separated them kind of in the tier list for PVE, because there's a lot of different cookies that you can use in PVE, but some of them do fall off really badly and are not really used anywhere else. But the cookies that I've kind of listed on the first to invest are going to be all cookies that they're going to be used in different game modes as well. So that's the reason why I did that. But anyways, guys, that's going to conclude it for the PVE tier list after the Fettuccine as well as Black Raisin Cookie Magic Candy update. I will be updating once again if new cookies do get added, and kind of tell you guys what's going to be changing, what is being added. But hopefully that kind of made a little more sense. The reason why I've split the two section right there on top, and really going to be dependent on how easy they are to get for you as of right now. But thanks for watching, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.